Hello everybody, welcome to another top 5 list. I noticed I don't have enough, or really much of all, lists that talk about things I don't like. Go check out the top 5 worst Pokemon of each generation. Just see me give some hate to something for once. I'm also not too much of a movie buff, and I generally do my best to avoid movies that look like they're going to be complete trash. Looking at you, chipmunks. However, sometimes my curiosity gets the better of me, or I give a movie too much credit during the trailer, so I check it out. I will not be including so bad they're good movies like The Room or Troll 2 or most Nicolas Cage movies, because I like those movies. They're enjoyable and fun even though they're terrible. These are movies that are terrible and piss me off. As always, this is entirely my opinion. Please write yours in the comments below, but be nice about it. If you are not, I will delete them. Also, just like the title says, these are only movies that I've seen, not movies in general. Anyway, these are the top 5 worst movies I've ever seen. Number 5. Dragon Ball Evolution. I think it's obvious I'm an anime fan, and while I'm not the biggest DBZ fan, or even too much of a fan in general, I still like it though. I can see everything wrong with this movie, and why so many people despise it. The casting was pretty damn bad. The butchering of the manga and anime was painful. The acting was stupid. The effects were stupid. The story was stupid and just convoluted as hell. All of it was a waste of my time. It was a big middle finger to Japan. But the movie is so stupid, I almost can't be too angry, like it's not even worth my time. So that's why it's so low on the list. Number 4. Resident Evil. Speaking of bad adaptations, I'm actually a decent fan of the RE games. For the most part, they're solid games and good entries in the genre. But holy shit, was it a terrible adaptation! At least other video game movies are somewhat faithful, but this didn't even try. It was trying to be some action crap with new characters nobody cared about, and the sequels created a story no one cared to follow. And the action isn't even that great, it's all CG bullshit, and sure, there are some cool parts. But it's watered down by the terribleness of the rest of the movie. Granted, this movie isn't nearly as bad as its sequels, but at least with those ones we expected them to suck every time, and I didn't see those ones because I knew they would suck every time. This one was a surprise, and it still burns. Number 3. Master of Disguise. I'm actually a big fan of comedies, and as an amateur comedian, I can tell you what can and can't work. And this is writing the book on what can't work. Stupid and unfocused jokes that go nowhere. Annoying gags. Annoying characters. A stupid story that doesn't lend itself to anything funny. And acting that makes my head hurt because it's so frustrating. And overall, a complete package of how not to make a comedy, or just a movie in general. Also, it has a 1% on Rotten Tomatoes. Great job, Dana Carvey. You used to be funny. Not in this, though. Number 2. The Last Airbender. I think we all know Shyamalan lost his touch after like 2 or 3 movies. And for a while, his stuff ranged from, what the hell, to and then we got this. I loved the Avatar series growing up. It was so intense and funny and had a great story and knew how to be a good show to connect with kids and adults. This movie takes that beloved show and shoves it in a blender. It did the opposite of what the show was loved for. It made lovable, expressive, and interesting characters into boring wheels of cheese and blandness. It made deep and thought-provoking subplots into annoying afterthoughts. It didn't even have the gall to pronounce the characters' names right. Go check out the Nostalgia Critic review for a full rundown, same as Master of Disguise. I will not, however, say the show killed my childhood, because I think my childhood was awesome. This movie, however, reminded me of how good Avatar The Last Airbender was, and that's the only thing it did right. Number 1. What movie could possibly be worse than The Last Airbender? A movie that punched one of my favorite childhood shows right in the face. Well, for me, it was pretty damn obvious. A movie that to others is just a so bad it's good movie. A movie that others, they're like, who cares, it's just a really terrible movie. But for me, though, it hits a pressure point. A movie that just digs into my soul and decides to give me a finger and laugh in my face. That movie is Mortal Kombat Annihilation. I like the first one. It's an okay and fun movie, but dear Lord, what have they done for this one? I'd rather watch the cartoon. And that's saying a lot. Everything about this movie is bad. Not a single solitary thing was done right. Not a single frame in this movie was good. It murdered the lore of the video games. The characters are idiots that I don't care about. Shao Kahn's been butchered. The effects are so bad, I could make them. The costumes are fucking stupid. The CG looks like ass, and the acting is terrible. The worst part is, none of this adds up to any enjoyment. Not even if you're making fun of it. It's not like, oh, they're so bad they're good movies, or other terrible movies where you can laugh at it because it's so bad. It's just a creeping, terrible feeling of, why am I watching this movie? There's so many better things I could have been doing right now. It's just so depressingly painful and horrible. It makes me sick. If you want a Mortal Kombat movie, watch the first one. Even if you think it's bad, it's still fun. This one takes that fun and does a fatality to it. And probably not even one of the cool fatalities. Probably like Quan Chi's neck stretch. Ugh. Stupid. I hate this movie. I really do. I will never see it again in my life. I love watching people make fun of it. So those are my top 5 worst movies I've ever seen. If you guys enjoyed this video, please go ahead and make sure to rate, comment, and subscribe. Check out my other videos. Also make sure to check out my supporters. All that great stuff. And I will see you guys next time. Peace out.